So hold on. We can't miss this moment. So Darren used to be a surfer.
Yes.
Explain why you wore Uggs.
Uggs were originally made out of Australia to keep your feet warm as soon as you get out of the ocean.
What?
If you've got your wetsuit on, which I had and all that, so you take your booties off, and as soon as you take your booties off, you put your Uggs on. So my first pair
Is your
of Uggs,
mind blown?
Whoa. Like, you learn something new every day.
I got my first pair of Uggs in 1977.
I want to know how you got into surfing. I didn't know that, Darren.
Oh,
He lived in South Carolina.
I grew up in South Carolina.
Is that a big surfing community?
Well,
Oh, it's on the ocean.
it's on the coast.
I mean, okay. I mean, California, I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Well,
I mean, there are waves on the Atlantic side
there are.
too.
You have to hunt them a little more often, but there are.
Yeah.
But I've been surfing from Virginia all the way down the Florida coast and stuff.
All right.
Do you still own a surfboard?
I got one at the house.
Wow.
Tell the Lord of Dogtown story.
Okay. That's getting super interesting
I
now.
have been in the same place as Tony Alva and Stacy Peralta, Jay Adams, all those guys.
AKA the people who created skateboarding.
You were there or you were skateboarding?
I skateboarded right beside them.
What,
Way back
wait,
when.
did he say Tony Hawk?
No, Tony
Before
Hawk was-
Tony?
Tony Hawk was
Okay.
after those guys.
I didn't know. Well, I don't know.
No,
come on,
I don't
man.
know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Trying to be cool.
I'm trying to learn.
be cool,
I'm trying to
dude.
know.
No, it's
That's
good,
the
dude.
only reference
it's
to
not
skating
hard.
I
Just talking about
have.
how I went a year without wearing shoes.
I'm just trying to get a reference point here.
Lords
I
of
don't know
Dogtown.
that.
You haven't
I
watched
don't
Lords of Dogtown?
No. See,
It's a great movie.
I was outside the loop. Don't yell.
It's okay. Tony Hawk, I saw him when he was about 10, I think.
These guys taught Tony Hawk everything he
Yeah.
knew.
I mean,
You didn't understand how cool Darren was.
I was about to say, Darren, like, we're not going to be able to top Darren, like, at all.
no.
oh yeah, you will. It's just the time frame that happened. I was at East Coast Championships in Clearwater, Florida, and they had made a East tour, I guess you would call it, or whatever. So they happened to be at the same competition I was at.
awesome.
Oh, it was really cool. It was really cool to watch them. Other than they were pretty stoned most of the time. but it was pretty good.
Well, I mean, if you watch the movie.
Hey, I'm just going to be honest. If I had to fall like they had to fall, I'd have to be stoned too.
It's
I mean, my
not.
goodness.
Everybody sees the glory, but they don't see all the practice that
Yeah.
happens behind that to
Yeah.
get to the glory. Because even as good as they were, there was plenty of times that things didn't go well.
Did you ever have a really bad crash or anything?
Nothing where I broke. I basically crushed my heel one time.
Oh.
I
That
fell
sounds
off
pretty
a-
awful.
Oh,
Well, it was. We had a ramp that was 25 foot, a half pipe, basically, in the skate park where I was skating for. And I just kind of got too close to the edge and didn't realize it. When I turned to come off, there was nothing but all I saw was the ground. So, it hurt. I was disabled for a few weeks there.
I was about to say, how do they
a few
fix
weeks.
that?
They don't. You just put a boot on and
It heals on
it
its own.
heals on its own.
Still bother you?
No, not really.
That's
I
good.
mean, it's not too
All right,
bad.
so when I was a teenager, I also skateboarded a little bit. I did not skateboard with the Lords of Dogtown. I think they were dead by this point.
Well, did you skate barefooted?
Yes, I feel sure you did.
I'm pretty sure I have before. I did not at the time.
I
But
did
anyway, I
last
say this to say I went down a half pipe one time and smacked my heels and bruised them one time. So I didn't crush them.
Yeah, it's
Similar story.
It's not
I
hard.
never went on a half pipe. I
was-
had a skateboard, and my brother, I think my brother was pulling me behind the four-wheeler. And he slammed on the brakes, and I went up under the four-wheeler.
Oh.
And it cut my foot, and then my big toe nail was completely flipped. Like I had to flip it back, like it was inverted.
Okay.
All right, so my
Take a
cousin,
turn.
my cousin Cole, if he listens, shout out. I doubt he does, but if he does,
He probably does.
he was when we were little. I think he was like, I don't know, 3 or 4, and he was on a go kart, and he was waving at his mom and dad, right into his dad's mouth.
Oh.
Knocked like 4 teeth out, and like for our entire childhood, he had gold teeth.
No, dude. Why are we talking? I am not curious about these topics at all.
One time, my brother was riding the golf cart. He wouldn't let me get on, so I threw a rock at him, and then he whipped it around and chased me down the yard until he ran right up the back of her.
I once ran my sister over with a 4-wheeler. It was a 3-wheeler, actually.
My brother was stone cold, man.
Y'all got some crazy.
I wasn't allowed. I was like, no skateboards. We weren't allowed to have skateboards.
All right, so going back to Darren being a surfer, because that's infinitely more cool. Tell him
It's the most coolest.
The turtle story.
Oh, yeah. That's probably the. I mean, you know, when you're in the ocean, sometimes
Sharks.
Yeah, you get some sharks. I mean, I've had a 6-footer, braise me and that kind of stuff.
Like a tiger shark?
No.
I would pee a lot.
Come out. He just nonchalantly was like, yeah, 6-foot shark.
Yeah, I don't get to my knees at the beach.
Well, you can't. It happens too quick. You don't have time to react hardly till it brushes. And sharks are really rough. They're not smooth. So.
Oh, good to know.
But anyhow, so I was actually going down a wave. Everything was looking really cool, and I thought, I got this today. I'm on. One of them kind of things. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, all I see is eyes and this big old head. And I fell. Of course, and then the turtle just kind of rolled.
It's a sea turtle.
Big old sea turtle just rolled right over the top of it. I was petrified. I thought about walking on water. I was trying to walk on water to get out of there. That time. That's the scariest I've ever been.
I want you to just think about this for a second. Darren just said that sharks brushed up against him,
and he's talking about a sea turtle.
I mean, I'm serious. That was a scary.
He described what a shark feels like, and then was like, "I was scared to death of that turtle."
It was. I mean, I guess he just jumped up on me, and all of a sudden, I was like, "What is it?" And then it's scary.
What's up? Did you enjoy that clip? We hope you did. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, watch the full episode, and tell your friends about the Curiosity Experiment. Also, if you have any suggestions or topics you'd like for us to talk about, make sure to send us an email at the screen at the end. Thank you.